live. I wish I could speak English. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Elevensies with Lisa and Anton, the late morning show. Lisa is trying to do 27 jobs all at once, which she normally does. So
it's just a little tricky sometimes.
We have so much to do and no time to do it. So
admin.
It's true. And apparently we've just been notified by the Book of Face that we are live. So I'm going to assume we're live on the Tube of You because I see us and I see somebody watching us. Let me sort this out so the notification works right. And we should be good to something like go. Cause today, being Friday, is, even though it's a rather soggy one here in the northeast, Fantastic Friday. And what's Fantastic Friday about, my dear sweet bunny?
The story of us.
The story of us. Sorry, just had to bring our focus back for a second there. The story of us. But we're too boring to talk about, so let's talk about something else instead. We're not too boring. There you go. All right, so we're cooking on gas. Or something. We're cooking with something. So hopefully peoples are watching us. If you are getting a good stream and everything looks wonderful and fantastic, please say hello. Say hello, wave something, smoke signal, chat, something like that. Let us know you're here. Because we're trying hard and we're not sure everything's working right. Hopefully it is.
Oh, Shauna says my hair looks really pretty. My hair is up today because we're going to be. I'm going to be Cinderella. I don't know exactly who Anton's going to be. Probably the handsome prince because he usually is. But we're
you ain't got no glass slippers.
Right. We're doing.
They'd be damn dangerous.
We're doing scrubby work. So I tend to put my hair up in a bun when we do scrubby work, so it doesn't get all.
Don't you love
nasty.
The idea of glass slippers? Who thought of that idea? Not elegant. You're talking about a visit to the emergency room and, them pulling the glass out.
Especially somebody like me on blood thinner, for sure, yeah.
It's never
what a dreary rainy day.
Isn't it yuck?
Isn't
it yuck? It's absolutely been persistently precipitating, as the saying goes.
I haven't even gone out to feed my chickens yet.
I know,
they haven't gotten any greens. They're probably
Hello,
really upset.
Cassandra. Hello, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us.
We got a few people here on the Book of Face.
The Book of Face.
But I would really love
Mito or whatever.
We would really love if you go on over to our YouTube station.
Yes.
We're really trying to build some traffic over there, and we have some great plans coming up. We have like a 5-year plan, a 1-year plan, and then a 6-month plan.
Although we've no idea what's going on in the next half hour.
Right.
That's generally what happens.
No, that's not true.
Oh, hello, Shauna. Thank you for coming over to the Tube of You. There you go.
Oh, yes, thank you. That's cool. But yeah, we thought today we would talk a little bit about our plans. It's dreary in Chicago. Snow flurries? No, we're not ready for that.
No.
We're not waking the Mari till next Friday.
No. Oh, no. I've got a feeling, though. I've got so much... Shh. But that's the thing with the Mari, isn't it? She comes and knocks on the door and challenges, are you prepared? Have you done what's necessary?
And we're not ready.
Right now, my genitalia is getting nibbled. Let me tell you.
We're so not ready. All right. Anyway, so we've always had to be very organized in order to get through everything we do. Like when we first met, we each had a house and a business, and you've heard us talk about that we only commuted like 1 day a month, but it was, over the pond.
It was a pretty full day's commuting.
And we're talking about, we met when you didn't pay all of your things electronically, when you actually got your bills in the mail and you sent checks in the mail. So I would have to sit down at my desk and write out envelopes.
Oh, God, I remember that.
Yeah, I would have to write out the electric bill, the water bill.
This is going to go in the
credit
post
card
on this
bills,
day.
the mortgage. All these payments would be in a file, and then whoever was here would have to mail them on that particular day because, we've never really been so wealthy that I could just send all of my bills in
we'll pay you 10 months
time.
ahead. Yeah, no.
And then when we came back home, I would have a month's worth of daily paperwork to do.
Catch up with.
Although I did have things faxed back and forth. But the same thing would happen in the UK. We would
I remember
faxing things. Yep, they'd have to fax me the day sheet at the end of the night. But the same thing would happen in the UK. Like I would go over there and I'd have a month's worth of daily paperwork to process, and then I'd have to write out a month's worth of bills. So it was a little insane. But,
Morning, Sparky.
But I'm
She's on
very
her travels.
used to being organized like that. Hello, Jen. Hello, Amber. Oh, everybody says I look beautiful with my hair up. Well,
You
thank
do.
you
You're
so
showing
much.
off a very elegant neck, my love.
I have an elegant neck. All
Very
right.
nice.
Anyway, but
Very
thank
nice.
you so much. And please head on over to YouTube if you feel up to it.
Yes.
So
Hello, Kim.
I'm very organized, and in fact, because of being high priestess of the circle, right,
You.
the spiritual community, I have to write out our planner for the year.
Hold on,
ahead.
yeah. Oh, you're in Sedona. Oh, lucky you.
Right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I have to write out the planner for the year ahead to know when we're holding the new moon, when we're holding the full moon, when we're holding a Sabbath. And, sometimes like in this coming month of December, the full moon is very close to the solstice. So the solstice takes precedence. So we won't be celebrating or working magic for the full moon because we're going to be holding our solstice gathering instead. And then I have to assign different people from the community instead of leading all of the circles ourselves. We assign people from the community because we are a circle, we are a community of people, and
Yes.
everybody puts in their time and effort and energy to make the circles what they are. They're really wonderful.
Exactly.
So I have a planner a year ahead, and I can tell you when we're having circles on Fridays. And then we have our administrative days, right? And, for many years, we haven't really had a vacation of sorts. We did have 4 days when we got married in Antigua.
That was lovely.
And we did have a vacation in Lake George
A few years back. For a
And
couple
we
of 3
did go
days.
away a couple of days with Christopher Hughes in 2018 or 19.
19, wasn't it?
Anyway,
I think it was 19.
so we've decided that this coming calendar year, we're going to try to give ourselves a 3-day weekend once a month,
If we can do it.
right? I mean, obviously,
Fingers crossed.
we're ultimately responsible, and fires have to be put out.
Mhm.
Things have to be taken care of. You can't say, well, sorry, I'm away this weekend. But we want to try to give ourselves that little bit of time just for some downtime, or to, like that restaurant we spoke about yesterday that we found in Newton, New Jersey, is a block away from a theater, live theater. So, we said, as things calm down with COVID, wouldn't it be great to go and see if there's a place to stay in walking distance so we could do dinner and theater and then not have to worry about driving home a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to do that because we're really realizing, after all the health challenges and things that have been going on, that
You're too soon old.
we are too soon old. And
I don't want to have on my epitaph, it could have been me, or I should have done that,
Right. And we want to enjoy ourselves a little bit.
Morning, Michelle. Morning, Kim. Cassandra says, I recommend Old Orchard Beach too. I guess that's somewhere up Lake George. Oh, I'm a sucker for it. I felt such a spiritual connection the very first time.
Yeah.
Oh, God, when was it? You were still driving your old Mustang, your 89.
98 or 99.
So it was, either like the second year I came over, something like that.
98 or 99. Before we were married.
Before we were married. I for the very first time, I know this is embarrassing, I actually went fishing. I've never been fishing in my life. Now, I come from Birmingham.
But he had a past life memory.
Oh,
Really?
it was weird, yeah. We have more canals than Venice in Birmingham, although you wouldn't really want to get on a gondola and sing, because they're not that kind of canal. But I've never been fishing in my life. I've seen people fishing in the cut, but chances are, which is what they call the canal, chances are you're just going to pull an old boot out or something like that. But yeah, so we went up to the Adirondacks, and it was really, really weird. I felt this bizarre, like I've been here before, kind of past life connection. And I'd not, believe me, I'd not. And it's just like, So here's the thing: it was actually on Adirondack Lake itself, wasn't it? Or
Lake
Lake
Adirondack,
if I can get it the right way around. Now, for any of you that know, there used to be a beer. I think it's called Adirondack Lager now, made by Saranac, and it was called Adirondack Amber. And on the label, they had this illustration of a little peninsula with a couple of pine trees on it. And bugger me if that wasn't where I was stood when I caught my foot. Sat
in the boat. I wouldn't let you stand up in the boat.
Cassandra's asking, how did you meet? Oh, you don't know the story about Cassandra.
I fished him off the internet.
Oh my God, considering she's a Luddite and she doesn't do computers.
All right, so how it went was my astrologer, Louis Acker, who I still use his book in my astrology class as a good notebook.
Subtle plug, there's an astrology class
coming up in January. He did my transits and he said, oh, it looks like you're going to buy a computer and it's going to change your life. And I said, I'm not buying a computer. And he said, no, it's right here. You're going to buy a computer, going to change your life. And I did buy a computer and I was slowly learning how to use it. And I had been recently divorced and moved into the apartment above the shop. And I was realizing after about 6 or 8 months that I really liked living alone. And I thought, if I don't do something soon, I'm going to be alone for a long time because I really like myself. And I really thought, well, there's nobody around here that I'd really like to talk to. And some friends egged me on to take out a personal ad. And I said, well, I might as well paint a target on my head. Single woman owns her own business.
There might have been wine involved.
Oh, look, it's Skittle.
Oh, of course.
So I went on to the interwebs to a place called lovecity.com.
I don't think it exists anymore.
And I said, oh, look, England. I speak English and I'll never have to meet the guy and I can learn how to flirt again.
Well, that's two big assumptions that were wrong.
So I read 90 ads and answered Anton's. And the fact that he even had internet in mid-Wales was very strange.
Oh, yeah.
But we started writing to each other, and then we started calling each other on the phone, and our phone conversations were like 8 hours long, and our phone bill was $800.
It was obscene.
And then
phone bill was obscene.
We got together in December of 98, and we started traveling back and forth together in 99, and we've just been together pretty much 24/7 since then. There had been a few business trips that we took apart, things like that, but for the most part, we're just together all the time.
Joined at the hip. So yeah, the likelihood, Cassandra, of me having internet, you have to understand I was in rural Wales and there's more sheep than people. I'm not lying. There really is more sheep than people by a long shot.
But we didn't want to talk about this again today.
No, but this is just so I had to. I'm a software developer. That's my gig, and that's what I was doing when I met Lisa.
So he petitioned his local MP to get.
Well, it just happened that my MP was a drinking buddy, so I met him down the pub. Lovely fella, Lembe Kirpik, and he managed to get hold of the powers that be in BT because I was classed as a developing business in a very depressed area. So they actually came and put internet in for me, broadband, in the middle of rural Wales, and that must have been a massive
there were 5 other
expense.
Houses on the lane,
and
we're not talking a short lane.
We didn't get the electricity up our lane until
50s?
the 60s or the end of the 50s, beginning of the 60s. Yeah, something like that.
It was beautiful, though. Really beautiful. I do miss it.
So, yeah, it's we've had a wild trip, but we still maintain the best is yet to come. We have this way. I don't know what it is. I accuse Lisa of having like this sovereign goddess of weird about her. Because wherever we go, interesting people sort of gravitate towards us. And she says it's my fault.
No. We are living joyful and abundant lives, and we are hooked into the synchronicity of meeting people that will help us. And we would love some help with Giving Tuesday for Celtica. If
please.
Anybody knows anyone who works in a company that has money to give away for Giving Tuesday, please give them Celtica.org. Giving Tuesday is November 30th, and we'd really love to raise some money for our Celtica cause. Anyway.
Yes, and interestingly, to that note, the more observant of you, if you join us regularly on the Tube of You, may have noticed that there may be little advertisements popping up on this, because we've just discovered that we can actually monetize
We've met a hurdle, so we must have hit another hurdle. Past 3,500 viewers
or something like that. I don't know. We're getting close to that. But the nice thing about that is all of that money's going to go towards Celtica. So just by watching us, You're actually supporting us. And we thank you for that. We appreciate that greatly.
We just need to have 10 times the amount of subscribers that we have. What's this one?
Sparky's saying, been single for 6 years, just met someone spiritually in New Orleans in the French Quarter on Halloween.
Oh my!
Oh my!
Well, Sparky, just know the best is yet to come.
Oh, it sounds like you're having a long, strange trip as well, quite literally.
And most of the time when you're not looking is when you get found.
Yeah, I wasn't looking to see what I found.
Yeah, well, you were looking, but not seriously. But anyway.
Yeah.
Me either. Wasn't looking seriously.
Me neither. I mean,
I was enjoying my alone time.
I was very focused on my work, and I think probably just feeling, everybody craves some kind of
friendship, companionship,
intimacy, closeness. Yeah. We don't like to be alone, and believe me, I was pretty much alone. In mid-Wales. Yeah. I could talk to the sheep, I suppose, but then again, they arrested for that.
Well, you had Lawrence as a roommate for a while.
Oh, Lawrence is just too much fun. I miss him. Cheers, Lawrence. One day we must reconnect with these people and our friends Dave and Sue. Yeah, they're so lovely people as well. So we've got so much to do.
And Steve and Lisette.
Steve and Lisette, Steve the
right.
Weave.
So we basically have. I realized the other day. I said, let me sit down and just outline the things that are really important, and there's these 4 major groups of things, right? There's the Craft of the Wise, the Circle, the Stuart Tradition, Celtica.
Mm-hmm.
There's the renovations barn come accommodations workshop to make products, storage units.
Mm-hmm.
There's the write books, finish tarot decks, teach classes section.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the website, shop, social media. So there's 4 major groups. And each of those major groups could be seen probably as a full-time job, a 40 or 50 hour a week job.
At least.
So I said to him yesterday, that's not so bad. There's
How
2
hard
of
can
us.
it be?
There's 2 of us. We only have to work 80 to 100 hours, and the 2 of us could each do 2 full-time jobs worth of work, and we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. This is assuming there are no hurdles pop up.
Right.
Calm down, Skittle.
We make a schedule, but can we actually stick to it? Who knows? Anyway.
Yes.
So, today, we're meeting with Joe Ladaddy, the sculptor, today, to unveil Hecate.
Oh, we're so looking forward to that.
So Hecate will be unveiled today.
Yes.
And we have to go to the bank, get weekend change because,
the bank was closed yesterday,
and
so
it's
we've got
coming
a bank
towards
to do. Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
It is, and since, goodness, I didn't know you both do it. We love it. If you love what you do, it's not work, is it, Kim?
Right.
That's it. It's not a job if you love it.
Right, but last night, I was sat down here making notes and getting emails ready for people who are part of Circle, and Anton was calculating cubic feet of
cubic yards
cement.
of concrete, believe it or not. Yeah, how much rebar I need. I'm trying to work out, do we get a contractor in to actually do the foundation, or do we do it ourselves? I mean, I'm up for it. I did the long plank course in the engineers, in the Royal Engineers, for those of you who don't know. I'm not intimidated by heavy machinery. You'd be surprised how many...
And I'm not afraid of helping hand, but lately I really haven't felt well enough.
Mm-hmm.
I have some more groping and testing to go through, but it's
poking and prodding, we'll call it.
Possible that I have too much information, that I have a pelvic floor hernia.
I don't know.
So if I do have that, it's not really a good idea for me to be lifting
they'll figure out what it is, because I know you're in a lot of pain. Right
so
now.
I haven't been the best physical partner. I used to do a lot more. In fact,
scared our neighbours. You did,
yeah.
With the
talked
loppers.
About that too. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, Blackthorn has got the tensile strength of iron. It's
Will you
it's
please
ridiculous.
stop sliming me with your drool?
She can't help herself. She has to slime everything. So, yeah, she just cuts through them with these loppers.
No,
and
I
Jack's
don't have
looking
the
like,
same strength I used to. I could
Going in
easily haul 70-pound totes of stuff. I used to unload trucks for Rite Aid and all kinds of things. But I
you wonder
just,
why you've got a bad back. Huh?
I have a bad back
Yeah,
and I have
70 pounds
sciatica.
is too much
I've
to
got a
have
laundry
somebody to
list.
lift by
I've got a
themselves.
laundry list. So I have to use my brain more than my brawn these days. But that's okay. All right, card of the day because we got a ways to go. Ooh.
All right, what you got? Oh, the Hangman.
All right. Notice the colors. I always tell people notice the colors. He's wearing red and blue, and that's the alchemy energy.
Fire and ice.
Fire and ice, or like if you see temperance, red and blue. And he's using this transformational energy to enlighten himself. So I'm going to say this card for Friday is your card for the weekend. Find a really good book that you've wanted to read for a while.
I could recommend one.
Simply Wicca by Lisa Anton Stewart. And just dig into it. Dig into the book and find the treasures and the enlightenments and the ahas in whatever book it is that you want to read, even if it's just a novel for fun. Please don't step on the computer.
She is ridiculous.
What's your reading?
Avoid obsessive, fluffy pussycats because
go.
they will break things. I love this one. This is sometimes, the solution to a problem eludes you completely. Sometimes you just can't see it. It's like, you keep staring at the same thing going, what? How do I get past here? All I see is this obstacle. If you were to step to the side or maybe step up on something or climb a tree or maybe change your perspective, like turn everything upside down, suddenly you get a different perspective and you can see more. Because, if you can't find a way past, change your perspective. Look at it in a different way. Maybe you're seeing something as an obstacle, but you're not making best use of that, what you perceive to be an obstacle, because you've got your planning slightly wrong or whatever. You're focused somewhere where your focus would be better somewhere else. And what you think may be a disadvantage might actually be an advantage if you look at it a different way. And that's the key with this. It's about change perspective and receiving enlightenment by changing perspective. That's it. So look at things differently, because it is honestly a sign of a psychosis. Continue repeating the same things and expecting a different result. It's not going to work. Okay?
So do you see how this works? Same card, two completely different readings, and this is what happens if you'd see different psychic at the shop. They would all give you their perspective. So I'm saying find something to give you an aha moment, read a great book this weekend. He's saying change your perspective and you'll find an answer to a question that's been eluding you. So both of those things are very valid.
Both of them are equally applicable.
And I'm not sure if we're going to have box opening or not. I don't think so. But we may share Hecate with you.
Something coming. Yes, we might.
Right.
We might do a live with Hecate. We'll have to see. We might.
And
yeah.
We'll see you later.
We just got so much to do. It's bloody marvellous.
Yep, we got to get off to the races.
Yep. Thank you, everybody, for the wonderful, kind wishes. That's extremely good of you. We appreciate it greatly.
And don't forget about alerting someone you may know who's in a place to drop some donations for Giving Tuesday. We'll be putting up a GoFundMe and some other things that to help, on Church of the Eternal Circles page, things like that. But we would really, really love to make some money on Giving Tuesday for Celtica.
Yep.
It's an important thing we want to manifest, not just for our community, but for the environment.
It's hugely important.
The local environment.
Hugely important. If you guys don't know, please go to Celtica.org. Watch the video. A picture's worth 1,000 words, and it will explain what it is that we're endeavouring to do. We know how to do it. We've done the financials. We know we can make this work.
Yep.
Our problem is we need to
get over that hurdle.
Huge amount of money.
We know
to make it happen.
We can sustain the property. We'll be able to give people jobs, and it'll be a wonderful place for our community to grow and have security. We know we can maintain with no problem, but purchasing the property is the part that we need to get over that hurdle. So we need to raise like $4 million.
Yeah, which is, in the grand scheme of things, that's
nothing to Jeff Bezos.
If you're Jeff Bezos, he's in the time it's taken me to say Jeff Bezos, he's made $4 million.
Probably.
That's all I need to do. Skittle does not want you typing right now. I don't know. I
Skittle
tell you what, Pam.
just needs to be the center of everyone.
She's just obsessive. She's obsessive. She obsesses. Which just annoys me sometimes. But Woosah, I must not be annoyed.
Cancerian, though.
But she obsesses. It's just you put her down, she gets back up. It's like what was I going to say? That Tom Selleck thing, the Dear Diary for the Cats kind of thing,
Yes.
wasn't it? The authorities have moved the trousers from the sofa. I have nowhere to sleep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had thought about the computer keyboard, but nobody's using it right now.
Yeah.
It's the size of it.
She's just a little turd.
Yeah. So
All right,
guys,
folks,
thank you
anyway.
so
Thank you so
much
much
for
for
watching this.
listening.
We better get on with
We'll
our
see you Monday
our
for
day.
Magical Moon Day.
Yes, indeed, if not before. Look, we have weird look. It's trying to
I
track
don't
our
know what it's
faces. I
doing.
don't know. This is just, if we've gone all blurry, please forgive us. But anyway, thank you for watching.